Tonight we are doing Denver steaks. Are you familiar with Denver steaks? If not, I'd love to teach you something about them. They come from the shoulder of a cow. It's the chuck region of the cow. And if you are to take away one thing from this video, it's just to remember that where the muscles are moving, they're typically tougher. And where the muscles are not doing as much work, they are typically more tender. So the filet mignon, very tender, because it's in a part of the cow that doesn't move so much. But the chuck, or the Denver steak, which comes from an area near the short rib, it does a lot of work. And so it has a reputation of being more tough. But when cooked properly, because of the marbling of the Denver steak, it has an amazing beef taste. And so it's all about how you prepare it. And there's lots of ways to prepare it. So today we're doing the Denver steak, and on the side, I've prepared some Brussels sprouts with bacon and some Granny Smith apples and some golden potatoes with some fresh rosemary, some salt, some pepper, real simple. So I hope you enjoy. Big fan of a brine. And so a salt brine, a dry brine, is where you prepare the steaks in advance by letting salt sit on the steak, which draws the moisture up from the salt. So when you go to cook it, it tends to produce a better sear. And so I just put salt down on these steaks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. Then I'm gonna come back, kind of clean some of that salt off the steak, and then give it some a new coat of salt and a black pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. And that's what we're gonna use to enhance the flavor of the steak itself. So again, lights, camera, action. Let's kind of kick things in motion and see where it goes. But thanks for tuning in. Okay, so here we have everything that we're cooking. Brought out the Denver steaks. We have the Brussels with bacon and Granny Smith apples. We have some potatoes back here with some fresh rosemary, some salt, and some pepper. So as I was talking about before, after the steak has brined for a few hours, what I like to do is bring a paper towel across it to absorb some of the moisture that's risen to the top of the steak. And then also what we're gonna do is add a bit more salt. We're gonna use one of my favorite salts to work with, and some pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're just going to now add just a tiny bit of avocado oil on all the sides. This side is a little bit darker just based on the way it was sitting in the fridge. Okay, so we have our avocado oil, and now the rosemary salt. This is the bomb. A little goes a long way, but it's absolutely delicious. And you just want to do almost kind of the lightest coat you can do. Just like that. And with the pepper, I like to do finely ground pepper. So I tend to put, when I'm trying to dial in the pepper grind, I'll do it in a small bowl, and then I'll, pinch it from the small bowl and put it on the steak, rather than just going right over the top, just so I can have a little bit more control about the ground size. Not as finely ground as I like, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Love the smell of freshly ground pepper. Excellent. So these guys are ready. We're going to use the iron-clad skillet to cook these, and I'm going to bake at 425 the Brussels and the potatoes. So we'll see how it turns out. Well, so far so good. Look at that. Got a great crust on there. Check the temp. Still has a little bit of time. Still has a little bit of time. Just keep flipping. Keep flipping. Let's see how we did. And remember, always against the grain. So you might be tempted to cut the steak this way, but you actually need to cut it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in thirds. Come back. Well, did you have fun? Did you learn something along the way? I really, really hope so. And if you did, consider liking, subscribing, sharing it with a friend. I mean, I see this as a place to inspire creating, trying new things, taking risks, being adventurous, exploring, broadening your horizon. And so a steak is just one way that we can create something special in your life. Show me, tell me about it. I'd love to hear about it. I want to continue to create these videos to inspire people to think about ways that they can create in their own lives. And if that resonates with you, please just support the channel by hitting the buttons, showing me some love, and I really hope to see you on the next one.